There have been some pretty big changes in Season 7.5. Today I'm going to go over and cover them and what you need to know with these new adjustments, balances, buffs, and nerfs in Season 7.5. Okay, starting it off, we have an immediate adjustment to the CC chain. In Season 7.5, we introduced the Chain CC crowd control protection mechanic to ensure combat remains fluid and fair. Okay, now we're going to go over this. The trigger if hero suffers 5.5s of total CC duration or is hit by 6 CC effects within 7 seconds. Chain CC protection activates. This instantly purges all active CC effects and grants the hero 30% technicity for 30 seconds. Scaling tendency proportionally reduces the duration of incoming CC, while active every new CC effect applied to the hero increases their tendency by 10%. This extends the buff duration by 0.5 seconds. Total immunity: if intensity reaches 100%, the hero becomes completely CC immune until the buff expires. During this window, incoming CC will not grant further tendency or extend the immunity duration. So basically all this is explaining is if you're getting comboed CC like the Hulk juggle thingle and getting CC'd after that, it will purge it, which means it won't be active anymore. So I feel like this is going to be a good buff for, some characters, a good nerf for a few others. I feel like it's going to really balance out getting CC'd all the time because, CC in this game has been crazy for the longest time. So I'm glad that they're finally adding the protection to the CC. Okay, so now we have some changes to Vanguard classes. Emma Frost will be slightly lowering the energy cost of White Queen's ultimate to boost her suspension power on the battlefield. Reduce the energy of Cynic Seduction from 3,400 to 3,100. Okay. Then Deadpool. We're slightly dialing back the Vanguard pool's burst damage and survivability gains from his gun form ultimate. Gotta keep things fair, even for the merc with a mouth. Reduce the Banhammer gun form ultimate ability bonus health gained per Banhammer hit from 80 to 60 and from 80 to 70. So basically they're just kind of nerfing his bonus health, how much he gets per Banhammer hit. So instead of 80 from now on, he's going to be getting 60. And from the upgraded form, he's going to go from 80 to 70. So basically what you're going to be doing is if it's upgraded, you're going to be getting less than what you got originally with the non-upgraded version. Reduce the Banhammer gun form ability damage dealt per hammer hit from 45 to 35. So they just nerfed his damage from 45 to 35 per hit, and then reduce bonus attack speed provided by Deadpools in your area Vanguard to dual Desert Eagles Vanguard from 60 to 40%. So they're just nerfing the speed from 60 to 40. Which, I mean, Deadpool has been pretty broken this season and last season, so I'm glad that they kind of hit him with a nerf. Penny Parker. So slightly... Okay, so they're reducing her base survivability, but enhancing the deployment range and protection of her cyber webs, while also improving the hit experience of her primary attack. So her primary attack is going to be more usable. So they're reducing her health from 700 to 650, increasing the number of cyber webs that can exist simultaneously from 3 to 4. Alrighty, increased bonus health cap on Penny Parker by cyber webs from 150 to 200. I'm kind of happy to see that one. And then increase the cyber web cluster projectile speed from 120 milliseconds to 150. Okay. Let's move over to the duelist. Elsa Bloodstone. Her mobility threat against vanguards. Okay, so what they're doing is they're increasing her Helix Advance cooldown from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Cooldown at max passive stacks from 2 to 4. Okay. So instead of getting your dash back every 2 seconds, you're going to get back every 4 seconds with all 3 of your bars full. And then if you don't have them, it's going to go from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Reduce Monster Piercer percentage damage per bullet from 1.2 to 0.8. Okay. Percentage damage when getting hit by all 5 pellets is going to go from 6% to 4%. So, just a little bit of a damage nerf when all pellets hit against a 275 hero drops from 81.5 to 76 against a 700 HP hero. It's going to drop from 107 to 93. So Human Torch, this is kind of one that they are touching up on. So in the beginning of season 7, they added his flying. I guess they kind of reworked his flying ability just a little bit. So now he's going to be getting a boost of burst mobility and enhances gameplay pacing. So he's going to get a little burst, immediately dashes a short distance, so 10 meters, in the direction of movement, and then plasma body state from 4 seconds now has 2 charges with a 10-second recharge charge per charge. There's a 4-second cooldown between each consecutive casts. Okay, so I could just tell by just looking at this, we're no longer going to be getting server admin Bucky, which is sad because I have him Lord and I played way too much of him last season. So they nerfed his CC. He felt more like a bodyguard than a lethal operative. He's removed Tripper Fist grounded effect on enemies, so it's no longer going to be grounding. Okay, reduced cooldown from 12 to 10. So I'm glad, they're removing the grounded effect, but they're giving him a shorter cooldown for it. His bionic hook cooldown, okay, they're nerfing that from 12 to 15. Projectile damage from 75 to 80, so just a slight little buff from that. Decreased spell field damage from 55 to 45, so a little bit of a nerf on that one. Reduced tainted voltage single charge enemies for 6 to 5 seconds. Okay, so with his ultimate, when you hit somebody, it'll last 5 seconds instead of 6 seconds now. Increased Kraken impact cutting threshold from 15 to 20. So basically just decreasing it just a little bit. Reduced base damage from 80 to 70. So he's getting a little bit of a nerf. Okay, we got a little bit more for strategist. Let's see. Adam Warlock's increased. Okay, so increase from 0.3 to 0.4. Not that noticeable of a change, but it'll definitely help out. C&D, we're slightly reducing the duration of Cloak and Dagger's ultimate from 13 seconds to 11. That's going to be... I feel like that's going to be a good change, honestly, because her ultimate does last just a little bit too long. Jeff, their joyful splash damage fall off now. 15 meters was 20. So they basically just made his damage fall off a little bit more. He drops to 60% of base damage at 30 meters, was 65% at 40. Reducing its Jeff ability recovering time when failing to swallow any targets from 1 second to 0.4. So if you miss everybody in your ult, you'll get back a lot quicker. A small encore for Luna Snows to enhance her base combat capabilities. So they're just buffing her a little bit. So I'm pretty sure you can 2-tap, I think, 250 HP enemies now. And I think 3-tap 24. Ultron, he has a couple more buffs. So, okay, so they're changing his ultimate from... Okay. Increased from 3 meters to 6 meters of radius. Okay, so it's a bigger area you're hitting. Raised from 8 to 18, so your little dudes are going to be doing better. Oh no, that's... Yeah. So his base damage is getting a buff, so there's his little drones, and then new spell flow. Explode at 50% at 3 meters, and then increased healing effect on allies from 25 to 40. So he's going to be able to be a better healer as well. Okay, team up abilities, Guardians of the Deep, Venom and Jeff. Okay. So they're just... Okay, I think they're getting adjusted. Yeah, okay. So they're reducing the excess healing converted from bonus health to 100 to 50. Reduce the efficiency from 70 seconds to 60. So it's a decent sized nerf. And then Lucky Lone. Okay, this is the new one for Black Cat. Okay, see. As the team up anchor gains a 5% bonus damage and output, White Fox unlocks the 9-tailed aura ability through her team up, and then Captain America unlocks the new Vibranium Bastion ability through his team up with Black Cat. So overall with this patch notes, I'm just going to basically say that CC is basically useless. They removed Hulk's CC combo, his juggle. So that's something that you definitely have to watch out for, especially in those higher elo lobbies. It's just going to be, no CC anymore. And then some of the buffs were pretty massive. but some of them were well needed and are going to really balance out the game well. I'm kind of glad that C&D kind of got a little bit of a nerf to their ultimate, just because, you know, kind of 13 to 11. It's not the biggest, but it can definitely work out in the game's favor. Honestly, I like the look of these patch notes just because it seems more balanced than any other patch notes I've really ever read. Not too many nerfs, but also a couple decent buffs, couple decent nerfs. I'm glad. I feel like the game's going to move forward in a better spot. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the patch notes for Season 7.5. If this video does well, I'll be doing one for Season 8 and 8.5 as well. I'll be a little bit quicker on them this time, not waiting until the update drops. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I will be getting a Black Cat video out here soon, roughly. Just gotta kind of work out her combos and learn more about her, and then I'll be able to get a video out, either a guide, a Lord grind, something. I'll get something out. If you want to watch my most recent video, which is a Spider-Man guide, it's going to be on screen right here. And then if you wanted to subscribe, I'm going to have that right there. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Good luck with these new changes and updates, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, and chicken grease.